Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ola. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the culture shocks that I experienced when I arrived to Canada. Yes, I have been hearing about culture shock, culture shock, culture shock, culture shock before I came, and people had different experiences. I didn't know I was going to meet my own when I arrived, my dear. I arrived in August and it was still summer. It was still summer. I couldn't believe that at 10, 10:30, 11 sometimes, the day is still very bright. Like the night is bright. Bright, bright as in bright. And I was like, God is awesome. How can the day still be bright at this time of the night? But that is how it is. And then people were so, you see people putting on AC. I didn't believe that people could use AC here because they say Canada is cold, it's cold, it's cold. Well, my dear, I was putting on duvet, thick one at night. And my friend that I stayed at her house when I first arrived, she was like, how can you be cold? It is hot. Like, their AC, because we are at their basement and they put on AC in the main floor. It was so cold at night. I cover up myself. It was cold, but to them it wasn't. Anyway, now I can understand because now I feel hot now. Yes, me too. I don't understand the weather. So yeah, it was really the first culture shock that I experienced. And then, you know how you be crossing road in Nigeria, in Lagos Road, and you look left, you look right, you look left again. That was how we were taught. And then most times you have the pedestrian bridge. There is no pedestrian bridge. Oh. And then me and my friend were taking a stroll. I was like, let's even stroll, let's look around this area. And we had to cross to the other side, We stood and we started watching. How are we going to cross? How are we supposed to cross? We got to the road, we stood, we started watching. We saw a man, we saw that there was a button just by the road there, by the traffic light that he pressed. And then after waiting for a while, you get a signal for you to cross. Oh, okay, we've learned that one. So we did the same thing and we were able to cross. So thank God we started laughing. Like, I'm sure people were looking at us and they were laughing like, who are these JJCs? So little things like that, like you just come to Canada and then you begin to relearn, like you unlearn everything that, not like everything, like everything you've known all your life will just seem like you didn't know anything. Like you just put them and close them up somewhere and then start learning new things down here, because that is what you need to go by each day. Yeah, so that was my first that was like another thing that we struggled with, but then it wasn't for too long. We adapted. Then you have to learn how to sort waste. You don't just come pack all the dirty put inside one bag and say they are waste. No, even I am still learning that sorting of waste too, because here you will have, I think there are four different wastes. Like they have different colors of plastic bags for them. They have the compost. The compost is like the waste, like the food waste itself, anything that is compostable. Yeah, you put them in the compost. It comes in a grain. You see the bag, it's green and it's compost bag. It's specifically for compost. That one is separate. You have the one um the actual waste, like the waste itself, like anything that is waste, you know, goes into that one, like all the dirt, sweeping, everything goes to that one. Then you have the recyclable, like your plastics and recyclables. Those ones are in a separate bag. I think in Nova Scotia here it's blue. I don't know about other provinces, but I know here that one is blue bag. And then you have the paper. The paper is for cartons, anything paper goes into that bag. So that is how it's sorted, like four different bags. So you can imagine you're cooking, you have to, and then those recyclables, you don't just dump them into the bags like that. You rinse them properly, because I've heard that some people have been served like they have to pay. They bill them for not arranging their waste properly. So I learned that one. I'm still learning. Even before my family came, I sent something. I sent it to my kids to start learning how to, because they will be my problem. When they come, they will put everything together and then they will now send us bill that we should come and pay for not properly packaging our dirty. Hmm. So that one is, by the way, is still something that I learned and I struggled with, and I'm still learning, but I'm better off right now. Anyway, just keep it in mind that you will learn how to sort your dirty. Another thing, yes, when I got here, I was looking for a job. I actually got like 3 job offers. Like, yes, it was like everywhere you go, we're hiring, we're hiring. I got a job with Walmart, I got a job with one restaurant, then I got a job with Canadian Tire initially. So, Canadian Tire, it took a while, like the whole employment, the processes and everything. I felt, oh, okay, this one is even better. It's better paid. They said I'm going to be a sales associate. You know, sales associate now in Nigeria, I just felt, okay, sales associate, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay, this is okay. My dear, the first day I went to work, you know, it was more like an orientation. It was a 4-hour shift that day. I went to work and I started, they showed me, I was just learning how it works. It was, you have to stand, like you will stand for those 4 hours. You go for like 15 minutes break and that is it. You stand. You stand though. I was like, how can I come to work and I stand? Is there no seats? You're not even expected to sit. What is your work as a sales associate? People come to buy clothes, they come to buy shoes, whatever you're selling, you have to be there. Wherever you're posted, you have different sections. Wherever you're posted, you help them out. It's not like you're going to actually sell to them. You don't impose your product on people or trying to cajole them. They know what they want. Let them make their decision. And if they need help or support, like they want to get things done or they want to ask questions about sizes, about the colors you have or other brands or whatever, then you can help them out and tell them what you have. So that is basically what the job is about. About an hour to my closing time, the manager called. The manager called and said, yeah, hola, we have to, it's 1 hour to closing time. Right now, what we need to do is, she brought a list of things to do, like chores to do, cleaning chores to do, sweep, clean toilets, wash, clean the glasses, um, and the mirrors, and wipe them. They were just, and I looked, I said, am I supposed to do that? He said, yeah, that's what. Are there no cleaners? Like, they don't, as big as this place is, like, they don't have cleaners who clean and tidy up after work. He said, that is how it is. Oh God, and I looked. Thankfully, they said somebody already picked the washing of toilets and blah, 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 that I should wipe the mirrors. Oh, my goodness, it was a shocker. I went into, while I was wiping the mirrors, I started. So, my dear, I cleaned though. I wiped the mirror. I wiped the mirror. Boy, it was a big shock to me that as a sales associate, I had to clean. I was wondering, don't they pay cleaners? Don't they pay cleaners? They were used to it. They do these things, all these manual labor thing. They do it a lot. Like their gardening, they do it. If they need to fix some plumbing things in the house, they do it themselves. They have the toolbox. They do all those things themselves. Somebody was telling me that you guys are spoiled in your country because they're like, we don't do stuff like this. We have people who pay them because paying these people, it's actually quite expensive. If you call a carpenter into your house to fix something for you, you pay through your nose. If you call a plumber, he charges you per hour. It is not cheap. So you will learn to do these things yourself, just like clear. But I don't understand the cleaning on. Like, why can't they get cleaners to clean for them? Anyway, I wiped it, but I didn't like the fact. What I didn't like mostly about the job was because I had to stand for long hours, and I didn't like. I had to get something else anyway. So there were jobs I had the opportunity to choose. So yeah, going forward, yeah, the next shock I experienced was the bus. The first time I visited my school when we arrived, my friend drove us there, so we didn't have any experience boarding the bus, alighting and or anything. So when we that day as we were going, we got to the school because the school is actually a bus stop and there's the bus stop sign there. So we just expected the driver to stop. The driver did not stop. Oh. I looked at my friend, she looked at me. Is this driver not going to stop? There's no conductor to tell the driver to stop. So the bus kept on going and we had to scream, said, we are stopping here. And people looked at us like, you didn't drag the wire. Like there's a wire above us that's a yellow one. when you drag it, it prompts the driver that somebody's alighting here. So we didn't know. So it was embarrassing actually. But we let that one that day anyways. So going forward, we knew what we had to do. So yeah. So there was this one that really happened that I didn't find funny at all. You know how you walk into the supermarket in Nigeria, and if you have a bag, they have a section where you drop your bag, or you lock it up and have take your key with you. Like, you don't take it into the mall, into the supermarket. So I got to Walmart that day. I wanted to buy something. I I asked, because they have some people who stand by the door and they kind of smile. When you're coming in, they're only like smiling. Did I tell you that my friend even got a job in Walmart, and they put her there one time to stand and greet people and smile at people? She didn't know they were watching her from the camera somewhere, and then they called her and they said, she's not smiling well. Can you imagine? They said she's not smiling well, that she should be looking at them, and she's, whether they're looking at her or not, she should just be smiling. You know, that she should be smiling. When she came home that day, she cried. Anyway, so one of those people that smiles at the door. So I met her and I said, I'm going into, I have this bag. Is there a place I can drop it? And she now said, no, just go with your bag. And I said, oh, really? She said, yeah, you can go in with your bag. As I was walking away, she said just ensure you don't put anything you didn't pay for in your bag. You know, like somebody tells you something, and I was already going, and then I stopped, and what did this woman just call me? That I shouldn't steal. I looked back. She was talking to someone else. I felt like going to her and like telling her my mind, like even reporting her, because that was uncalled for. It was so unnecessary. Is it because I'm black skinned? You feel I will come into your shop and steal? Anyway, I let it go, but I will never. I didn't forgive that woman. Each time I go to Walmart, I see her. She smiles at me. I frown at her. I eye her, but she doesn't know what she will never remember what she did. So that was it. So sometimes you have them, they don't have, they said some of them are so silent in their criticism, or when they want to blacklist you, or when they feel you're a person of color, or they feel you are inferior. Like, it's so clouded, like you won't know the way they do it, but it exists anyway. But anyway, that is not my business. Yes, so my dear, in this country, just be prepared when you are coming. Be prepared. Be prepared. If you're not prepared, you find yourself sleeping on the streets. I met someone, in short, I have his consent to share his story. He came in. He got when he arrived in Halifax. He went into a hotel. He booked, and I think he was paying 300 and something per night. He was there for about a week. Calculate that and tell me how much it is. You've not even gotten to where you are going to. When because he didn't know anybody, he didn't make effort anyway. You know, some people are like, anyway, I'll find my way. I don't need to connect to anybody or anything. Please try and connect. Try and connect. These schools, they have portals. They have international student portal. Like, even if you check Nigeria and you are from Ghana, wherever you are from, you will find those groups. Connect to find somewhere to put this head on. Like, you don't know what kind of saving grace it is. So this guy came in. After spending 1 week in Halifax, he even told me a story that because he had all US dollars, so he boarded a bus. He was going somewhere from point A to point B. I don't know where he was going to, and he had only $100 notes, US dollar in his pocket. So he said before he boarded, he told the bus driver that I have only 100 US dollar notes. Do you have change for me? The man said, come in. Now I don't know if the man didn't understand what he was saying or what. So he came in, and you have to put the money into this small container, like this like a pigeon, no, like what do they call it, this thing they save money in. Anyway, so he put the money in it, And once you put money in there, you can't take any change out. I think they're not supposed to take any money out of it. So when it got to where he was, when he was about to alight, he met the driver that he needs his change. I said, change? No, that he can't give him any change. And this is a bus fare of about $2 something cents, and he paid 100 US dollars. Can you imagine? This same person, let me continue my story. When he came into town, he went to another hotel. There he was paying 200 and something dollars. So we had a program in school. That was before school started, like a program, like an orientation program, just to make you acquaint yourself with school offices, different places, anything, all the resources you need when you start school and everything. So that's where we met. I asked him, so where are you staying? He said in so hotel. Okay. While we were there, they called from the hotel, called and said they want him to come and move his things. I don't know why they had to do that. So he had no other place to go. Then his money was already running out. So he took his things. The school kept his bags, his luggage in school, but he had to find somewhere to sleep. They made arrangements. He got another hotel. He paid 300 and something dollar. After that one, money no day again. No. So there's this nice lady who started talking to people. Met one man. The man said he had a car. He has a car, but he's parked somewhere, so if he can be sleeping in the car. So he will sleep in the car and wake up in the morning. He can go to the malls, freshen up, enter their washroom, and maybe brush his teeth, blah blah, until he's able to find an accommodation. My dear, this guy suffered. Even there was a time that he locked himself out of the car around 2 a.m. in the morning. It was so cold. He was out in the morning. He locked himself out. I think the battery of the remote ran out or something. I don't know what happened, but this guy slept in that car for days, for up to 1 week. From there, they made another arrangement with one guy. He had to start sleeping on his couch, and he was paying a 150, is it per day or 2 days? I don't know, without food and anything. So because he ran out of option and he didn't have enough anymore with him. Please, it is important to connect. Just connect. If you can get your accommodation, get something before coming in. If not, you will spend so much and you'll be so frustrated, and you're just starting. The journey is still far. Do you understand? So these things happens, and the guy will never forget his story. His story, he tells anybody who cares to listen. I suffered, do I suffered, do. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed my little chit chat. Those were the shocks I had when I got here. Yeah, I'm sure you experienced your own. If you experienced yours too, please leave your comment in the comment section. I'll be glad to read them and laugh over them too. So yeah, this is the end of this video. Yeah, please click the like button, subscribe if you haven't, share my videos. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye.